Well, great game today. Way to cap off a sweep. I had a great day offensively. I thought we set the tone in the first inning. Ben Blackwell's first at bat of the game was a ground ball to second base, but it was 9 pitches. And I thought that kind of set the tone for how we were going to compete at the plate. Wagner and Engel, 2-out singles, and Breyer drew a walk, and then Brewer, drew a walk to score us a run right there in the first, and then we were off and running. Engel hit a 3-run homer. Wagner hit a 2-run homer. Hawkins hit another homer. Frenchie hit a homer early. And I thought the at-bat of the game, quite honestly, was Camden Troyer's at-bat, true freshman. Guy's throwing 98, 99, and we told the guys, you got to win the front of the plate on a guy throwing this hard. You got to show that you're going to catch it to his fastball. And the first fastball he saw, he fouled off straight back, and he made contact with it out front. And I knew right then and there, this guy's he's ready for this at-bat. Didn't know he was going to hit a home run. But I felt like he had the proper timing and mindset to hit against a guy throwing that hard, and you could tell by the swings he was taking that he was going to win the front of the plate. And what an unbelievable at bat! Just 2 strikes, true freshman, hadn't played a lot for us, very high on him, and hit a ball out of the ballpark. Thought it was just really impressive. And then we just kept tacking on runs, and thought we pitched exceptionally well. Barlow was great for us today. Only 1 walk, 2 times through the order. I think he had 5 strikeouts. Just thought he pounded the strike zone all day long and pitched the way that we've seen him in terms of what we feel like he's capable of. We think he has a chance to be a future Friday night type starter, and he pitched like that today. Just when we needed a win, every game's a playoff game for us right now. Told the team that after yesterday, and Billy took the ball and put us on his back there. And I thought our bullpen did a great job. Dill came in the game, got Parada to pop up to get off the field. Ran into a little bit of trouble. Jackson Lindley comes in, does his job, and all in all, we pitched very, very well. Played great defensively today, and scored a bunch of runs to cap off the sweep.
How big was this weekend for you guys to not only win the series but to get the sweep?
Yeah, I mean it's a huge weekend for us, but it was just a huge game for us. And again, not trying to look too much into series wins, and shared the same thing with the team yesterday. We've won the series, but it's not about winning series right now, quite honestly. It's about winning every game, because we're trying to do everything we can to extend our season. We all know the position that we're in, and we just got to continue to fight like crazy to win every game and put ourselves in a position to get to the ACC tournament. So that's the bottom line for us right now. It was great to win today because we needed to win today. We need to keep finding ways to win games.
Do you feel like you guys are in that playoff mode right now that you have to be?
Yeah, we do. We feel like we're in the playoffs every game. And told the team that, and not going to shy away from it. And we're going to show up and bring everything we can every game to win every game, and to keep playing past 2 weeks from now.
What was maybe the most important thing this weekend that kind of got you guys going?
Well, it's a combination of things. It's been a recipe for success for us. When we play good baseball, we attack their starters early and score runs first time through the order, especially right there in the first inning. If we can score in the first, and if we save the first, honestly, it's really that simple. When you look at our games, when our starting pitcher goes out there, the save is in the first inning. If we leave the first inning with no runs, with nothing given up, and we score first, we win a lot of games. And I think that's the key for us. We got to get off to a great start in the first inning on the mound, build that momentum on our side, and then we have competitive at bats in the first inning to heighten awareness of our hitters 1 through 5 when they come up in the first. If we score first, we tend to do a good job. But if you look at our starters, again, Anglin was dominant. Billy Barlow was dominant today in his start. Gilbert had to battle. He had to fight his way through it, but that's Jeff's MO. He kind of feeds off that type of opportunity when he's got runners on base. He likes that type of competition. He's a very competitive kid. Again, our starters were able to get us fairly deep into the game, and our bullpen did a great job. And again, the free 90 battle, we won the free 90 battle this weekend. I don't think we walked very many guys over the course of the weekend. Played good defensively, and were able to sweep the series.
Mac is a veteran pitcher, so you expect him to bounce back the way he did, but to see Barlow come in there and bounce back after last week to kind of do like he's been doing all season.
Well, you look at what Jeff and Billy did. Again, those guys, they had tough outings in Louisville, but look, they've got good makeup. They've got good mental makeup. They're tough kids. So that's why we didn't bat an eye when given the opportunity to start those guys. We even though we were TBA, because we wanted, if we felt like we needed to use them to win a game, then we would use them out of the pen. But our plan all along was to start both of those guys, and just really proud of them for bouncing back, but also just knowing that they had confidence in themselves and that they were going to go out there and compete for their team says a lot about those two young men.
Coach, you guys scored 8 of your 14 runs off of 5 homers from 5 different guys in the lineup. How nice is it to be able to rely on guys like that?
Well, not only that, to hit the way that we hit, but Corbett is out, Blake Wright out, so we had to compromise our lineup and move some pieces around and do some different things. We played Cooper Ingle at second base. He's never played a game at second base in his life. So and I'm proud of our guys, because we said, hey, we got to win these games anyway. We got to find a way to win, even with some of our guys out. Next man up, and we just got to keep competing and find a way. And man, what a great job by some of those guys. The guys that got opportunities to play, like Troyer today. To get an opportunity to play and swing the bat the way he swung the bat, made a great play defensively in foul territory early in the game. And it's just next man up, and got to find a way to win regardless of who's in there or who's not. And I think it says a lot about our team.
Coach, you had said you needed more production from the bottom of the order. You really got that this weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, again, I think it's all about playing, and in our case at home, 8 innings of offense, right? It's about being able to put together good at bats every single inning to put pressure on the other team. And we don't want the other team to feel like when they get to a certain part of their order, they can just blow right through us, with their pitching staff. We gotta be able to put up good at bats with the back half of our lineup, and we certainly did that this weekend. And that's why we scored as many runs as we did over the 3-game series.
Will Taylor, what was your impression of his opening series?
Well, he did a great job. Again, I think he had a hit in every game, scored a run in every game. I thought he did a really good job. And it's tough too when you're an athlete like that to DH. He had to DH 2 of these games just because of the medical protocols, that he's under. But the hardest thing to do in the lineup is DH, because you sit on the bench and you only walk up there 4 times a game to hit. When you're an athlete, you want to be engaged and on the field playing defense and moving around, and that's not necessarily easy. It takes a special kid to be able to DH. And for him to do that in his first weekend in 2 of the 3 games and swing the bat as well as he did, that's a good thing. So I was very impressed with him.
Will you be able to put him in left field more now?
We'll just have to, again, talk to the medical staff. It's really in their hands as far as, what they'll allow us to do in regards to DH or put him in the outfield, on a daily basis. I would assume he would be able, to play in the outfield potentially, in the midweek game. But we got to see how he bounces back and how he recovers, and, how he looks on Monday when he goes into the weight room and he goes to see, our medical staff, and to see how he recovers after, his first weekend of being on his feet for 3 games and playing.
The plan with Kevin Parada, how did you guys attack him this week to limit him the way you did?
Yeah, we just pounded him, in with fastballs. And I think like a lot of good hitters, you got to tie them up. I think that when you look at when you look at our guys, more times than not, coaching staffs will err on the side of caution. They'll throw fastballs and breaking balls away from elite hitters to try to get them to chase off the plate. And if they thinking that if they hit it, they're not going to do a whole lot with it. He hammers baseballs out over the plate. So we felt like we were going to do the exact opposite and just challenge it with fastballs, try to elevate fastballs on him, pitch him in. What you got to do if you've got a guy that's got power, you got to tie him up some, and and then able to spin some breaking balls to him later in the game when he's seen a lot of fastballs, just to get him off the fastball, which is what Lindley did to him. So and he just had one of those weekends where he was human. He's one of the best hitters in the country. And our guys were able to execute pitches and all weekend long to him, and in big spots, because he had some opportunities to come up with runners in scoring position. We were fortunate, so just proud of our pitching staff for being able to neutralize him over the course of the weekend.
What's the latest on Blake going forward here?
Yeah, Blake, he felt a lot better today than he did yesterday. So we feel like he should potentially be back in there on Tuesday, but obviously we will see. Again, it's just going to be a day-by-day, basis for him. We'll see how he feels tomorrow. Is he able to, move around? And we'll just wait and see on Tuesday. I'm not quite sure, but we do think that we will get Corbett, and Blake back by Virginia. And Blake could be back by Tuesday, but we'll just have to, see and, obviously lean on the medical staff to let us know what they're thinking.
How's Wagner turned into such a good hitter? What's different for him?
Nothing's,
Last year?
yeah, nothing's really different for Wagner. We thought he was going to be a really good hitter, and quite honestly, I mean, when we recruited him, when I saw him after he had verbally committed to us and went and saw him play in Atlanta, I thought the guy was going to be a top 3-4 round type draft pick by the time he was draft eligible. I thought he was going to be a special bat when we recruited him. So it's not necessarily surprising me that he's having the year that he's having, because I thought he was going to be an elite bat. And sometimes, when you're coming out of the Northeast, coming down here and getting the reps that the kids down here get, he didn't get those kind of reps. So sometimes it takes a year for those guys to adjust. Got 70, 80 at-bats as a freshman. He had a lot of bright spots last year. Had a great series against NC State, against Boston College last year, but he struggled some like a lot of freshmen. Went out this summer, had a great summer, and I think that, built him some confidence, and also he just got more at-bats, got more acclimated to the college game, and you're really seeing him, turn it on this year.
Did you see something from him in the fall maybe that was like, here it comes with him?
Not necessarily, no. I mean, I think, again, and I've said this before about Wagner, I think the thing that Max did is Max attacked his weaknesses, which is a challenge, I think, sometimes for a lot of hitters, is they always want to work on their strengths and they want to work on what they're good at. Max did the opposite. Max worked on the things that he struggled with. He worked a lot on breaking balls. He worked a lot on covering the outer half of the plate. Those are the two areas that we saw last year that he struggled with, and he really attacked that part of the game, and he's gotten much better at it. Now you're starting to see they hang him a breaking ball like they did today. He hits it off the scoreboard. A lot of his home runs are to the opposite field. He's covering the outer half of the plate much better this year. So it makes him a lot harder to pitch to. So that's been the biggest thing. He's just attacked his weaknesses. It was there. He just needed to work on it and adjust and get better, and that just shows the maturity that he has as a hitter.